Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Great War mod. We're playing as the Austro-Hungarian Empire in World War I, and as I kind of predicted, we have an Ottoman crisis. The Ottomans have decided to go against the Greeks. They have attacked them, declared war, and I have decided to join, rather than join the Ottomans, I'm joining the Greeks. They are, of course, my protectorate. The Ottomans are not, so we're going to have to kill them off. Most likely, I will not be creating the Ottomans as a protectorate, because they would most likely just continue a cycle of war against either the Greeks or the Romanians. And yeah, there's nothing much to say about that. There's some certain problems that might arise. I have done another off-camera campaign where the thing was, the problem that happened there was because I was one of the allied nations. I was playing as Russia, and I tried to I attacked the Ottomans, and I created them as a protectorate, and I think that screwed up with, or what we thought it screwed up with. Talking with the developers was the fact that I had set it to fixed alliances, and so when Turkey came back as my protectorate, it still had, you know, the script that it wanted to be allied with the Austro-Hungarians and the Germans, and that's why it crashed. But because it happened so many times, I'm a little unsure if it's gonna happen now. But hopefully not. We'll probably just be able to deal with them. Otherwise, I guess I'll go back, load a save, and then I guess just let them take out Greece. With that, before we actually go ahead and do any warring battle or so on in the Ottoman crisis, I wanted to tell you a little bit what's going on beside that, because we're on a long journey now to set up the very last sort of units, the very latest units you get in the game, into armies, and then fight battles with them. Since we already are at the Eastern Front, we might start there. So we have been able to send up tanks. So the army all way back here has got tanks. We are starting to I think, yes, now we have the ability to build tanks up here as well, but we don't have the ability just yet to get the Jagd commandos and the submachine gun troops and so on. The submachine gun is one turn away, then we'll get that. In terms of territory, you can see that I went ahead and we outer-assaulted and took out Vilnius, Lithuania. So that is now under our control, and then because there was no garrison whatsoever in Minsk, I moved in and I took that. Also, this army is now at full strength, as we can see. So it's got the cannons, the machine guns, lots of regular infantry that are for light Feldjäger, 2 combat engineers, and then 2 Tiroler Kaiserjäger and elite battalions, and the mounted infantry. So these guys can ride up, dismount, and fight ahead of the army. Also, one thing that we have noticed is the Russian forces are now mostly actually consisted of red infantry. So you can see a lot of red infantry and not so many of the old imperial troops, because I've shot down most of them. Also, I noticed one thing. Finally, we've actually spotted an enemy aircraft. So we have a Bolshevik aircraft right over here. And I hope I can shoot him down if I can find where I put my aircraft. I have a fighter pilot. Here he is, actually. So we've got fighter pilot, He's on his way, and he's gonna shoot down that aircraft. So that'll be cool. Or not super cool. I think it might be the same kind of dual screen as in Empire. But we'll actually get the first sort of air combat going over there. So in that sense it'll be cool. Then if we go over to the Western Front, we're actually starting to build the Jagdkommando. We're about one turn away from getting some Jagdkommando over here. Jagdkommando assault battalions. You're getting 4 of those. 2 trench gunners. Some chlorine gas projectors. Kaiser Tyrolenjäger. And so on. And over in Switzerland we also have tanks. So we have 2 mail tanks. And we're gonna get more tanks. So the tanks that I currently can recruit is we've got the A7V mail tank, which has just a single big cannon in the center, and that's why it's a mail cannon, because it's got that one punch right in the center. It fires a big explosive round right out its center, boom. While the female A7V tank's got 2 turrets on the front, 2 big turrets. Everyone likes females with 2 big turrets on the front. Fires machine gun rounds. Probably actually better than the... That's probably actually better than the male one. Just how good we have seen machine guns be. So it's probably better with 2 of those. We do have another variant of the tank, also being soon, hopefully, able to produce, which is this one. It's very tiny, so you can't see it, but there's another light tank that we can get. Hopefully I'll be getting some bombers or something at some point. Right now I only have 2 fighter pilots, where I have like 10 reconnaissance pilots. Not that it is that much, but not that I need a lot, because this is the first time I've seen an enemy aircraft. Hopefully also we get the bomber aircraft, so I can actually bomb enemy territory. That'll be pretty cool. With that said, it's time to deal with... No! There's one more thing. There's one more thing that I forgot. So, almost right after... Oh yeah, I didn't tell you about this. I ended the Italians. It's like I completely forgot about that. I ended the Italians. We obviously took over Corsica. I think I've shown that. There was nothing here, so we took them out, and I actually gave this territory back to the French because I wanted them to hold out a little bit longer against the Germans. But it turned out they had actually signed a peace treaty with the Germans, so there's no war going on here. Which might mean that the French are going to focus troops down towards Marseille or Switzerland. So we'll see what we can do there. The thing that I wanted to show, though, was one of the off-screen battles that I thought was cool. They weren't just auto-resolves or yeah, sort of nothing important. Was the fact that I sent the fleet down to take out the British Navy over here. And that battle was pretty cool because it's probably the best sort of setup of my Trafalgar strategy. And it worked out great, so we'll have a short snippet of that. So I thought that battle, as hopefully you as well saw, not entirely sure what kind of video I made of put into this one of that, but that was really cool. The way that I'd set it up, and we were able to just annihilate the enemy, which just rode straight into it rather than trying to sort of flank around or come at the angle or something. With that said, it's time to deal with the Ottomans. So what we're first going to do is we're going to take Viktor Dankl, and the first thing is to take out Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, which is in our way if we want to go against Istanbul. So without further ado, let's go ahead and attack Ataturk. Defeat him and open up the road to Constantinople. Since we're going to have to fight a second battle with this army, it's kind of crucial that it stays intact after this one, so we should win with as few casualties as possible. Now, normally that's always the case, but now so more than ever, because if we don't, then Istanbul might be reinforced, and we won't be able to take it. Also, the armies advancing on Athens might actually complete the task in taking out the Greeks. Now, the Greeks actually do have quite a few armies, but for some reason they sent them up and hid them all in the hills, rather than actually defend the road to Athens, which the Turks are not gonna go up and check the hills, so I'm not entirely sure what the AI did that for. Anyways, we've got the gas cannons as far as forward as we can. We've got the mortars right here, infantry in the center, machine gun on either side, 2 light infantry on either side, and cavalry on either side. Engineers up front, and the flamethrower hiding in that forest. We'll start the battle by running these guys back, and I want to see. We've got some units that are within gas range. Unfortunately for me, it seems like the heavier cannons are just out of reach. I might actually be able to, yeah, as we drop the gas, it actually runs out over the cannon. And I do want to get rid of the mortars though. Bloody mortar spam. So we got 4 mortar crews here. So 20 mortars firing. That means that my engineers are not happy. Someone actually commented, I don't know, it's only been one guy though, but he thought that the effect sounds were a bit loud. I think though, once I actually don't need to lower it, once I switch it to 256 channels, it's not lower at all. Sometimes it is. It's still loud, but I mean, it's a bloody mortar. What do you want me to do? So there's a single guy left, and then some magic mortars flying back. With that, we really want to hit the artillery over there, and looks like we're going to get some infantry in the process. Really want to take out these guns because they're going to inflict a lot of damage on us. Ooh, just hit massive grouping of Ottomans over there. Why are they moving everyone over here now when I hit in this area with gas? It's a bad move there, Ottoman. It's just kind of out of range still though, so it's not like we get super good hits, but they're moving all their troops over here. Okay, we continue to hit that. Hopefully we'll kill off the cannon. With this, however, it's clear that we won't be able to take out the heavy mortar, which means that we're very unlikely to get the enemy to advance on us, so we'll have to advance on them. So everyone forward. I'm gonna send the cavalry all the way over here to see about dealing with that one group that is coming in. And we can send the cavalry already now to see about harassing their flank. We more or less... There's one gun still manned. A lot of Ottoman troops were gassed in the process. Hopefully, I can get the enemy... Oh, there we go. Now the gun is... now the gun is dead. What we want to do... What if I can... I'm gonna hit this area right there. I'm gonna get the cavalry to advance down this area. I'm gonna see about... Oh, what? These guys are now moving into range. That's good. What I want to do, as you can see, there's impossible terrain here, impossible terrain here. If the enemy wants to protect their howitzers from my cavalry coming through here, they're gonna need to move towards that, and they'll be gassed. Right now we're trying to hit this unit, which I don't know why they moved out. They're charging, actually, towards my cavalry. And now my cavalry is getting hit by mortar shots. We're not really being able to gas that bastard. I'm gonna move out of mortar range, and then we're gonna... Once this guy's dead, we'll try that again. He might retreat back and get hit by these. We're gassing all over the place. The infantry is getting hit hard by those heavy mortars. Okay, he's actually moving into that area right now, and he's getting hit by that gas. We're gonna tell first and second gas battery to fire in this area. Cavalry is now pulling forward again. Cavalry over here is approaching the mortar team. They already had so many mortars, they don't need any more, so we're gonna kill them all off. Probably need to start run some infantry. Well, at least I want the light infantry up on that hill. And then the light infantry over there. And then the infantry down here. Move forward to the point where you can fire on that artillery. Good. Ah, shit. The definitely don't want return fire from Ottoman infantry, especially since they're way... Oh, I forgot to move up the mortar as well. Our own mortar. Kind of want to be in a position... This is an occasion where mounted infantry would have been good, because I could have moved forward the mounted infantry, dismount them here, and we could have a fight, and the enemy would definitely not be able to pass with cavalry, and I would be able to gas anyone that tried to kind of make an advance through there. Hopefully the cavalry will get some hits and maybe silence the guns. Not super likely though. But one can always dream. Oh, we shot one that time. It's not really going great for these guys. They've lost more than 30 men at this point, and they haven't really been able to take down the mortar crew. It's not great. 4 guys though. We've lost a lot of infantry. Okay, now the light infantry is up on the hill. I'll tell you to retreat. We'll leave one guy up on the hill and one to actually move down. Then we'll get a better show out of that. See if I can get a machine gun up on that. The other machine gun's all the way back there. That one's probably not going to take part in this battle. And then we'll see if I can... The thing is, I'll have to move the infantry above there, and then as soon as anyone comes within range up here, they'll be absolutely slaughtered by the amount of fire the Ottomans will put down. So that won't really work too well. So I need to kind of upset the entire line somehow and get them to move within range of my gas. Let's try to speed this up a little bit. Get everyone into position. Why are you so far back? I only need them far forward enough to fire the cannons to start off with. So I guess about here. With that, oh, now they're receiving return fire. I'll just draw them a little bit too far forward. And now my infantry is in a position there, but they're firing straight into the hill. Some Ottoman troops are actually going up the ridge and are coming within range. And now we're firing... We're getting some shots off on that guy. I want to move into the flank. We have this unit coming from over there. What we'll do is we'll move you into a position over there into the forest, and then you've got a pretty good flanking position where you are actually. And as the enemy is now doing what I tried to avoid, we'll tell these guys to open fire at will. And we'll shoot down the guys on the hill. And if they don't get shot down, they'll get gassed. We gotta be wary though, because we're firing gas right here and our own troops are just back here. We were actually... oh, damn. We were actually able to silence one of the enemy cannons. I think you need to be a bit far more forward to be able to protect the other light troop. But we're definitely starting to make some progress on the Ottomans, but I've lost way too much infantry than what I wanted. Fire, fire, fire. Can we get some aid up from the hill? Yes, we're getting some aid. And the cavalry attack stalled and failed and is now about to get slaughtered. Which means the Ottomans have lost all their cavalry. Which means I could probably swing around with my cavalry. Maybe hit them in the back. We lost one of those artilleries. Gonna set up my infantry over there. Maybe get both light troops to come over here. Cavalry can attack, charge, get down this one. We can start swinging more troops up onto the ridge. Oh, now my mortar is actually within position to fire at them. That's good. With all the enemy cavalry gone, my light troop over here can advance. Right, now my mortar is targeting. It's going to be blowing up area around here somewhere, hopefully. Why aren't we firing any gas? There's definitely Ottomans within range. Let's end that cannon. And shit, I forgot to... We did manage to contact with the unit. These two will gain some ground while that fight is undertaken. My cavalry is over here, is charging in, taking out the mortar. Gassing these guys. We've lost a lot of men out of the infantry. You know what? I'm gonna brave the ridge. And I'm gonna tell mortars to gas back part of it. Okay, we gonna pull back and let the light infantry shoot them down. Light infantry firing forward. The Ottomans are charging the hill. Do I need to charge the hill then? No. Because the Ottomans are charging it. And they're getting gassed and mortared. To the point where there's barely anyone left. My two cavalry units.
Our men are running, sir.
Heavily depleted, but they managed to at least halt the mortars from firing. Oh, the Ottomans, when they move towards the ridge, there's only one Ottoman unit really in fighting capability that hasn't been gassed to shit. Ottoman retreating. Very dangerous plan here by the Austrians to fire the gas over to the other side, hoping it doesn't swell over down upon our own troops. Within seconds, that one unit is utterly destroyed. Now even Kemal is getting gassed. Hold your fire. They're still firing one of the mortars. The Ottomans are about to break. The general died. Somewhere here. Mortar shot or maybe gas. One of the last shots being fired. Here's bodyguard. He's probably lying somewhere around here. Could that be him right there? Who knows? Maybe not. And there we have victory. One of those guys anyways. Lost a lot more men than I was hoping for, but there we have it. We probably can't get to what's it called? Constantinople with one turn. Hopefully we get a better flat map with the enemy within range of our gas right off the start. Yeah, this was took a heavy toll on our army, but we will be able to continue on, and hopefully we'll be able to end this the Ottoman crisis of 1917, I believe. Here we have the result of the battle. We lost a whopping 1100 men, leaving 1400. However, the Ottoman army suffered a worse fate with almost 3000 men dead, and also Ataturk dying in the process. Being gassed or being hit by a mortar shot, we don't know, but he died on the back slope there. Only 178 Ottomans survive after the battle. Gas projectiles kill almost 2000 out of those casualties, so 2/3 of our enemies died to gas. So as long as we've got those gas artillery, we should be able to make short work of the Ottoman forces. We're gonna move directly. We'll actually merge those two units. We'll move directly towards... I think if we pass through this one, we should be able to make it, but we'll have to end turn. Hopefully no one anywhere else starts making trouble. So we can finish the Ottoman crisis. With that said, let's go ahead and end turn. Also by the end turn we will get machine guns. Not entirely sure if I can recruit them anywhere, but we'll see. Submachine gun advance. Very nice. Reconnaissance plane in Serbia. Plane and plane. Troops being recruited. Jagd commando. Trench gunners. A single building. Karl Reichmann, minister. Where did I put the aircraft? Over there. Wait, where did he go? Is that him? No, that's my reconnaissance plane. Wait, where did the enemy reconnaissance plane go? Where is he hiding? Huh, we lost him. Oh, this is a reconnaissance aircraft. He was already going that way. Where's the fighter? Where did I put my fighter? Was this the fighter? Maybe. That was up here. No, that's also a reconnaissance plane. But where did the enemy plane go? Where did they go? Okay, at some point we'll be able to see what happens when you shoot down an enemy with your aircraft. But seemingly not today. Let's see, can I actually recruit? Start recruiting submachine gun infantry. There we go. Jagd Kommando SMG infantry. Pretty nice. And I do believe at this point we have all the units we can have, except of course for that additional light tank. But other than that, I believe that we have... Oh yeah, the anti-tank snipers. So it's only those two units that remain. So that'll be nice to get that. But now we need to end this Ottoman crisis. Are they gonna intercept me? Yes, they are. I don't like that, because that means... Well, I'll be able to march on and do an auto-assault, but here's the second battle. And without further ado, let's go ahead and play it. Now, what I've done now is actually a little bit of a cheat, because I tried to do this Ottoman Crisis video yesterday. It crashed, and I wasn't happy with how the material turned out. However, I did have a save where I did reach the capital with the army, so I will be able to end it in one strike. However, as you can see, I have not lost... I didn't lose 1100 men in that battle. I probably lost like 300 or something like that. So I'm not entirely sure what I did better yesterday, but clearly some parts of it went better. And yeah, this is how we're gonna do it. Good luck. Right, I've placed the bombs up here. The army back there. We'll see how this goes. Run. Immediately. Enemy cavalry is charging forward. They will probably get hit by gas. I'm gonna advance my infantry. We're gonna advance the machine guns, the mortars and so on, and we can already see that the Ottoman army getting hit by gas. Oh, I did not need to advance or put my troops in this much danger, because the Ottoman army is well within range for me to gas them all. But we're gonna do it anyways. Now, looks like cavalry is gonna ride onto the bombs rather than infantry, which makes me sad. I would very much have liked it if it was infantry who ran onto that. Infantry actually did run onto that as well. Damn. There was 3 units almost entirely killed.
Sir,
Oh wait,
our general is under attack.
plus the enemy is trying to assassinate my general. Shit. Feldjägers back, machine guns back up that hill. This infantry unit move back, and then 2 combat engineers moving back. Shit. Gas those infantry units over there. I forgot about the enemy reinforcement in this battle. The machine gun will hold right there. Okay, now we kind of set it up. We're firing back. And everything's kind of stable now. So these guys, taking out the cavalry. These guys, it's gonna move forward. Make sure that they stop any more units coming out of that area. The machine guns definitely gonna do it once they get up there. This unit's gonna cover anyone who comes out of the forest. Cavalry is gonna protect that ridge. These infantry is gonna move forward. Combat engineers gonna stay behind the machine gun. My mortar is blasting them. What I'm seeing though is we're not fully able to cover this area. However, here is where I've got another machine gun group. Should be able to take that out. Doing just fine here, holding away these guys. Oh, 1 troop going directly charging into my machine gun. And of course the combat engineers. Oh shit, do not shoot our own troops. Okay, only 2 machine guns survived that. We'll put the combat engineers on either side and actually tell them to fire at will. Infantry moves forward. Okay, so we've got this area cornered off. Now when I actually look on the map, there's another group coming out of there. A light infantry should move to cover them. And let's see if we can't gonna make some moves here. Machine guns mowing down the enemy over here. Getting rid of that unit. These units getting killed by gas. Okay, my army is a little bit all over the place. So we got some units focusing over on this. We got these 2 focusing over here. And then we got this kind of half circle kind of focusing on these guys right here. Does the machine gun reach? Yes, it does. Then you should take care of that. Okay, so what we have left is some mortars out here that needs to get hit by gas. Most of the enemy here is now defeated except for these 2, so we don't have to hold troops to the side. These 2 needs to go and support over there. These 2 will also go that way. Mortars will turn around to face that way. Can put the general back here. Machine gun should deal with the last of the cavalry. And boom! Bob goes your uncle. Or whatever. Bob goes your uncle. He's gone anyways. Bob is gone. That's for sure. Can we tilt the gas mortars to fire over here, or is that not possible? That might be the mortars firing over there rather than gas. No, it is gas. That's good. I will be able to hit them, and they're running. And these guys over here all got shot down. And there we are victorious. They're all shot down over here. And the Ottomans are gone. And we have successfully navigated the Ottoman crisis. Very good. We were victorious. We lost 331 men, and the enemy lost 4,100 or 4,200 roughly. Highest killers goes to gas, no surprise there. Combat engineer gets next one, 400 for that one bomb. I thought it was just gonna hit the cavalry, but seemingly it hit a lot of the infantry as well. Machine gun got a lot as well. Feldjäger, second machine gun. Worst, one of the combat engineers only got 5. So he never got to detonate his bomb. Sad face. Reinforcement troops dying. And we've taken it. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to... I don't think I'm gonna liberate it. It's probably gonna crash. Who knows? It might not. Even if I peacefully occupy it, it might crash. But I'm gonna end the video here in case everything here went to shit. When you actually get to see me again, or when the next episode actually comes out, Ottomans might control Athens, and all this was just alternate universe. Who knows? With that said, we're gonna end the video right here, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!
Our general is under attack.